Leo, so how are you today, Leo? So we're going to be doing your reading, but don't forget that you can watch this as an Aquarian, so meaning that Aquarius placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, you can also watch this because the Star and the Strength card are major arcana 8s. So you can also watch it as a Life Path 8 from the perspective of those. Basically, Leo, you don't have to have Aquarius in your chart to watch the Aquarius readings, all right? So let's see. If you don't understand that and you want to learn more, then you can join my join button below. So let's see. For Leo this week, what have we got coming up? Any messages that are important that Leo wants to know? For Leo, my boss is a very stable individual male here. Someone that is very wealthy. Well, within their own right, they're a bachelor, more than likely. If you are single and you're independent, this is what this person is. Single, independent, more than likely looking for a commitment and a relationship, looking for certain qualities within a female, if they're a bachelor, if you're not actually with this person, but they do have a very good job. They can hold themselves up financially, which means that if they're financially stable, they must be emotionally stable. They're definitely not like feminine. Controlling one's emotions here. Able to Cain and Abel, maybe something to do with around someone that has Gemini in their chart. Let's see, Leo. So a lot of communication, a lot of talking to someone that could possibly be new. Now, please don't sit back watching tarot, wanting communication and not being the person that actually communicates, because this could be somebody new. Whatever it is, somebody is seeing this person here. If you're a male watching and you're single, okay, and you're either Leo or an Aquarian placements, this person's constantly talking to you maybe about, like, I don't know, they definitely recognize how stable this person is, becoming or actually is. So, like I said, this is either someone new or someone that you're with already or someone of reconciliation. But this is fast communication, talking all the time, meaning that if you was to send or are sending this person messages, they don't dilly-dally. They will send you or dilly or dally or Dan or Danielle or anybody's got D in their name. But this person responds immediately, which means that they're intrigued. Okay, even if they're a friend, this person doesn't keep you hanging on the phone for like long periods of time where you're waiting for the message to be replied. They reply immediately, which means that they are intrigued and interested. Okay. If this is to do with business, this is a lot of things happening very fast around your job or their job, where there are a lot of clients, a lot of people to, because this could be a manager, okay, or anybody that's got M in their name, okay. But this is more like a managerial person, and these are people that are looking up to this person, needing to know about, when's my money here? Can you tell me if I'm getting paid and stuff like that, and blah, 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 okay. Let's see, Leo. So, wow, this person really is passionate about this guy here. So I know that sometimes people say that tarot isn't gender specific, but definitely at this point, Steph, Jeff, or Steve, I'm picking this up as an actual male here. This is possibly a female that is really intrigued about this guy because they're talking a lot. This is a lot of communication going on. And this could be like, I'm intrigued because of how you show yourself as a stable individual that is passionate about what they do. Because this can be like, I have a lot of projects, I have a lot of things going on, and I don't just do it because I have to, I do it because I love it. And if you love what you do, what you do loves you back, right? Meaning that if you work at somewhere that you hate, you're going to hate working there, right? If you love what you do, okay, you're going to be there enjoying every moment of it because you love it, because you would more than likely do it for free, or you do it because it's creative, right? It's part of you, this person. So it's like this alchemy energy has sparked off an interest within this person where they're very intrigued about what this male does for a living, and also what they have about them that causes this attraction of needing to communicating with this person. Communication skills are obviously very important between, new and old people, is to be on the same wavelength. This person also has a length in their pocket. Here, right? Let's see, Leo. So, wow, this really could be somebody new. If it is somebody new, or someone from Newcastle or New Guinea or McGinn or McLuhan or someone from Scotland, but if this is somebody new, they may have children. This could be a female, say, that has kids, right? These are the children that she has, maybe with this guy, or Jai, or Julian, or Jason, okay? But if this just basically comes down to something that is friendship, but with the Ace of Wands, it's more of a, like, flirtatious kind of banter type sort of energy here. Sort of like bouncing off one another's energy, getting to know one another more on a personal, deeper level here. This would be somebody that you're more than likely talking to already here. Don't forget, these readings do come out about 3 days in advance, okay, because they come out on the join button below for $3. If you want them up to date, then hopefully you might join. If not, then you watch this and it's happening now, then great. If not, and you think, wow, I wish I'd have watched this reading first before I knew, then you can join the join button below. Okay, it just hopefully pleases everybody. So let's see, Leo. Because at the time of doing this, this could be happening now or within the first couple of days. Okay, so these people, one of them, it's like this masculine energy here is this could be your employer or an employee, or Steve, but like an employee. This is like, I've spent a long time getting to know you. We've spent a long time talking. I kind of seem to wait for your messages. But there's an energy here also, though, that's telling me that there isn't really much gap between waiting for this person to actually reply. Okay, so this is a business venture and something that I've built up for a long time, something that this person's been doing for a while, which means that this could be like, I've got a few clients, I do this, but I'm obviously, you guys know that I run a franchise, a fast food franchise, and I've got 2 other partners that we run a fast food franchise, right? So I manage and have to be the boss of people here. So this is like investments into business, and these are like people that you are either employed or employing. Okay. Because this is also like 7 of Pentacles could be like reinvesting into something, right? Like an opportunity of an investment. Or if you have already invested, it's like, okay, I'm going to take some money out of the bank and I'm going to reinvest it back into the business in order to make it grow bigger. It's like a tree of investment, right? So the more I save, the more I'm not spending money and I'm saving it. I'm watching my bank account grow. So now I can afford to take some money out and then reinvest it back into the tree of stability of growth, right? So it's a long-term investment, waiting for money to come back from the investment, but also putting it back into the business kind of thing right here. So there may be this opportunity that arises for a lot of you that are entrepreneurial or looking for like reinvestments and stuff like that are occurring. Then there's a good opportunity here for someone that has the money in order to do so, to invest it into a business. If you already have, then it's more like a waiting to get paid to reinvest it right here. Because this pentacle here is showing me I don't know whether to take my money and go, okay, or take my money, get paid, and then reinvest it into something. Because it seems to be picking up quite quick. So if this is like, if it isn't business and stuff like that, then if it's to do with like someone that I'm getting to know, it's kind of like this anticipation of where's it going to go. Will this blossom into something more than just friendship? Okay. Will it go to a date or something like that? Now, if this is a reconciliation, like a reconciliation of somebody, there's more of this, I'm thinking whether I should send this message. Because there may be someone that's already talking to this person, and this is someone thinking, should I send this message? Right. But it's already been sent. So, like I said, it could be two people. Let's see, Leo. 9 of Swords in reverse. Didn't really want to take that for some reason. I don't know, man, because I've got two stories here at the minute. I'm kind of picking up where there's something going on here that doesn't actually involve this person. And one of these people here is waiting to actually send a message and thinking, should I? Because I still fancy you. I still got a connection with you. But I don't know whether to send it or not. And I'm worried about sending it or what you're doing and keeping an eye on you because I don't quite know what you're doing. Meaning, are you talking to someone new? Like if you're not actually reaching out to me and you've forgot me, then is that because you've got something else going on in your life here? Because this is more of a contemplating and thinking energy and waiting and stressing out and worrying about whether to actually say something. Like, is it too late to reconcile? Is it too late? Have you found someone else? Are you free? Are you available? Are you single? Who is this Knight of Swords, right? Like, not meaning who is it that you're talking to? I mean, well, it could be if some of you are worried that a partner's cheating, but it can be, I don't know that you might be talking to this, and I've watched a reading wanting to know, are you talking to someone, right? If you guys are on that kind of timeline. So let's see, Leo. Any other messages for Leo? So again, you get another Page of Wands, which is more of a like, okay, well, I'm not going to bother. Okay, because this is more of an arrogant energy, it can be, of like, if you're not going to speak to me, then I'm not going to speak to you. If you're not reaching out, then I'm not, because I can't get over my ego, right? So I'm stressed and I'm worried that you forgot me and you're not speaking to me and you're not talking. So I'll just be silent and not say anything. So I'll just continue on doing that, right? Because this could be the energy that's thinking about making an offer, but then suddenly thinks, nah. It's like, yes, no, yeah, no, maybe Libra, but like doubtful. Or Mrs. Dalefayer, sort of from Scotland. So let's see, what is this King of Pentacles? Piscean energy, 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so it's different now. Is this somebody that someone's seeing but they don't have a job, they have no money, they don't have any money, or they're finding it very difficult in order to keep up with payments of certain things? Now, is it child support and maintenance? I need you to pay me what you don't have, like Knight of Swords, because this can be, I need some money off you for the kids, for the money. You owe me some money. But this is also like, well, I don't have it to pay you. What is the Knight of Swords? Hopeful energy of reconciliation. Okay, so this might be now where if it isn't to do with finances and money, it's more to do with around a yes or a no. Do you want to speak? Do you want to go out? Like the Fool is a, would you like to go out somewhere? Would you like to go for a meal? Do you want to go out, or Amelia? But do you want to go out for a meal? Do you want to reconcile? Do you want to talk about what happened and why we broke up and why we argued? Like, have you calmed down yet? You know, what's going on? You know, are we never going to speak again? Are we never going to talk again? Or what do you want to do? It's kind of like that. It's like, do you want to get out of the house for a bit? The Fool. So that's more of a reconciliation, right? Because it would be a coming back from the past. Now, there could be someone that is new here that is reconciled. Like someone that you've known for a while and you've got back with someone. This is like someone that you know of, someone that you may not have heard for a while, but then suddenly you do. It's like a yes or a no. Do you want to reconcile or don't you? Do you want to talk or don't you? Do you want to go out or don't you? What is the Ace of Wands? So you got Libra energy very present here of a, I don't know if the Libra is possibly struggling with something, because there could be someone that has Libra in their chart here that is connected to someone of where it's very, how can I put it, very on and off. Like, I see you on the very odd occasion. I don't really see you much. Or I don't really see you as anything but a friend. Or they are with someone, but it's very, you know, they don't see this person very often. Because this is, I don't know whether to go after, like, someone that is very passionate about me, and they may not be getting a lot of signals and signs from someone where the relationship is very like, and we've been together for a while and I'm struggling financially and you don't really help me out and support me financially. We only kind of see each other now and again. We're seeing each other, but I don't know whether to continue on that path with the person that I'm already with or actually go after someone new that I kind of know. That may be like a friendship or something. What is this Page of Cups? A single individual energy. Someone that's a bachelor that's kind of looking at this person, not really knowing or knowing that they're with someone, but don't know how secure their relationship is. It's like, I'm interested, right? You've sparked my interest, right? I've got my eye on you. I kind of know. But I don't know if you're still involved with your ex, or I don't know if you're with someone or not. Or I do know that you're with someone, but I don't actually know that it's not going as well as what I think that it's going, right? Because this can be like, I don't really want to ask. Like, this is like, put the brakes on. I don't really want to get involved. You know, I don't really want to ask this person because then it will kind of break the friendship. This is like friend zoned-ish. But if I let my feelings out and tell them that I like them, then it might ruin some kind of relationship that you may have going with this person. What is the Seven of Pentacles? So it's kind of a let's just wait and see. For some of you, you could have like good patience, like waiting around and thinking, well, I don't really want to rock the boat. I don't really want to ask this person. I would rather just get to know them. And then instead of adding more pressure to them and finding out, I'd rather just wait and see kind of thing. See how things go, see how the vibe goes, pick up more synchronicities and signs along the way and think, are they interested or are they not interested without me really asking them? What is the Nine of Swords in reverse? Oh dear. A blocked energy. It's like someone is watching for somebody, but without speaking and without actually talking, they're trying to cut off and block the connection that they've got with someone. Meaning, I'm trying to stop thinking about you. I'm trying to cut you out of my life and actually not speak to you. Because it's kind of, this is so typical of people that watch tarot, though. They watch tarot and without actually investigating to the person and asking them, they think, no, that's good enough. That's all I need to know. They may or may not actually be doing that. I had a feeling that they might, but without me knowing, I'm just going to turn my back on them, not bother actually asking, and just get on with my life because I've got enough from a general tarot card reading, right? I mean, do you guys do that, right? The thing is, right, especially cross-watchers alike, you cannot tell how a person feels and thinks about you by a general tarot card reading, even if you're cross-watching. And you're like, well, I'm watching out for the relationship that they're in, and I need to know if their relationship is going bad. So because I found a reading that I was cross-watching, and I'm looking to see if their relationship is failing so I can have a chance, that's not true. That's not like the way it works. You're cross-watching a reading to see about someone else's relationship that may or may not be happening and then judging it by that. Right? That's daft. It's a general reading. Just because some messages may sound very similar to kind of what you're going through, it doesn't necessarily mean that it really is that's actually happening in someone else's relationship, right? Or even your own. Yeah. So someone here wants to know the truth. They're kind of waiting to find out what's going to happen without really acting. What's the Ace of Swords? The Devil, a Capricorn. Wow. Sex, one night stand, a fling. You could be going through the chasing and the running and the coming back to someone that you love. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius, Leo. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn energy. Cancer, Life Path 7, Gemini, Cancer. Regardless, there's this energy of like, the more that you ignore me, the more I keep thinking about wanting to be in a commitment, a relationship, the more that you don't focus on me. Right? So the more that you don't pay attention to me, the more I actually keep paying attention to you because you're not actually paying attention to me. Right? Meaning that what tactic do I have to change in order to get you into a commitment or relationship to speak? Well, speak up first. Like, because it's like this silly game of like, right, this is one thing that I've noticed about twin flames, right? You can go through so many different dynamics of twin flame. You can break up, you can get back together, you can have a disagreement because you mirror each other, basically. You can end up with a twin flame that kind of shows you yourself that you don't want to admit about yourself. This is, I'm either going to start looking at, is there actually anything wrong with me, or am I just going to constantly blame the other person, right? So I can keep blaming someone else and thinking that it's someone else. But if I don't soon start changing my ways and actually learning that I've been mirrored and the person's actually been showing me what stable relationships really are, right? And what it is that maybe, because when you're in twin flame soulmate stuff, you get mirrored that much that you have to soon start looking at your own behavior. And if you never, ever contribute to looking at your own behavior and you blame, right? You blame, where's the four blamed energy? This is like, I've been blaming you for so long that it's your fault, that no wonder nobody wants to talk to me because I'm always not speaking to them and putting them in time out, and I'm not going to reach out and say anything because I've been blaming you. Four is a blamed energy of like, I don't understand why you won't change for me. Well, people don't need to, especially when they're being told, right, that I don't love you enough in order to just accept you for who you are, because then that means that I need to keep telling you that you're not doing this right, you're not doing that, which comes down to I'm not actually supporting you for being you. I'm actually blaming you for being the person that you are. Right? Do you get it? So what you get then is a mirrored energy back to, okay, well, if that's the way you want to be treated, you've been looking into a mirror, telling yourself that. When you look into the eyes of your soulmate or twin flame, right, you when you're telling them stuff that you don't like about them, what that is that's the stuff that you actually don't like about yourself being mistreated that way. I don't like these qualities of a person, right? So tell yourself all of the, well, don't, but like what the qualities, codependent, independent, sabotage, blah, 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 all of this stuff, right? So you get mirrored back, and the person shows you the person that you actually are. But when they tell you that, you don't want to admit it and think, no, I'm not like that. That's not me. I'm perfect. How dare they? There's nothing wrong with me. It's them. Well, the more you go through that, the more resistance that you form between the mirror that you're looking in. You wouldn't want to look into the mirror and tell yourself, I'm a failure, I'm this, I'm that, blah, blah, blah. Right? You would much rather shift the blame onto someone else, so then I don't have to look at myself. Some people in life, right, a lot of people, well, especially, on your journey, I'm 50 years old nearly now, so I've learned a hell of a lot. But I've been on this spiritual journey for like 16 years. And what I've learned through maturity is that the more you actually look at yourself of certain things that you do, you have to admit those, because if you can't hold your hand up and say, fair cop, I did say that, I did do that, I do agree, that was my fault, blah, blah, blah. If you can't do that, that doesn't show a sign of maturity, right? It shows a sign of ignorance to people that you're not willing to do better or change. And you also show that to God or Jesus or Spirit, that you are not willing to do better for the person that you actually love, to support them. Support means that I will support you through thick and thin, being the person that you are, because that's the person I love. So there will be no complaining and moaning about, you don't do this, you don't do this, you work too much, you don't work enough. Always look at the opposite side of things when you have a problem with a person, right? Because if it comes down to like, okay, because I get this so many times in my comment section, you work too much, right? You're always at work and you're always earning a living, right? And you're never giving me any time or feelings or emotions when I want it, right? And I get that so many times in my windows of chat and whatnot, right? But when you look at it, that's focused. That's a person that's looking at long-term practical goal, not short-term release of emotion. So you're looking at a masculine energy, right? So when people focus on themselves and they focus on their stuff, that shows you an insecurity within yourself that you haven't found to be an emotionally secure person that can support another person, right? If you try to support a person with emotionally insecure emotion, you'll make them feel insecure about themselves, that they're not good enough, that they're not man enough, that they're not good at this, they're not good at that. Because really it could actually be my unstable emotion that wants more of an instant gratification than what I actually do long-term practical goal, right? But at the end of it, what you get here is a commitment and a relationship. You get somebody that wants to be with you, or you want to be with them, or you actually both want to be with one another. But what you have to understand through these lessons of the truth is being able to accept it. Not the truth is it's your fault, not that, no, because that's more blame, that's more immaturity. Okay, so lessons in life will show you about maturity, of how to be in a responsible, mature... I'm a mature fucking adult, right? So how do you handle maturity and attractiveness? Well, you show leadership and you show a stable emotion, because if you do, women should find that very attractive about a male, to know that they can take lead, that they can take charge, they can be very diplomatic, and they can hold their hands up if making a mistake, but they wouldn't necessarily show very feminine, loving, like ooey gooey, soft and chewy type sort of emotion. They will show stable ones, and they'll do that mainly within their career. Okay. So they'll kind of show all of those things, that they can handle themselves where they won't get very aggressive. They won't get very judgmental. They won't lose their aggression very much. Okay. They may ignore you if someone starts to argue, because they won't argue back. That doesn't show a sign of immaturity. That shows a sign of maturity, that I don't need to respond to someone that's trying to get me to respond to an emotion. Then a lot of things that kind of go on in my work and stuff, instead of making an immediate decision, I wait on my decision, because I think I'm not going to make an impulsive reaction out of someone that's trying to get me to react. out of anger or desperation of love or anything like that, right? I sit back and I reserve my energy, and then I think, well, I'll think about this tomorrow, okay? Or I'll give it a day, and then I'll make my decision on what I'm going to do with my life and how I'm going to handle a situation at work. That makes me a manager and a business owner, right? Instead of reacting in a certain way, I'm going to go home and recuperate my energy and realize what is the best way for me to handle this now I'm thinking more clearly, right? If I was to react in a certain way instantly, you would get a reaction that creates an argument of a person that's not going to listen. So a mature adult and a mature person would handle their life in a more of a mature manner. That's a stable male, right? But I'm not going to beat around the bush. There's a lot of times when I see immaturity of people that try to change men from being a man, right? Trying to change you from being that. Okay, I don't want you to work all the time. I want you to be with me. I want you to see me. I want you to give me some emotion, right? I'm not saying that's always happening, but the generosity of a stable individual possibly gives themselves it, right? But guarantee you, a lot of people see people as an immature, arrogant arsehole prick that only ever thinks about themselves. Isn't that what tarot people have been trying to tell you for that long? True love, self-love, how do you find it? By giving yourself it. But then a lot of people blame people for being selfish because you don't think about me. So that gives the other person an unstable emotion. Right? And then I'll blame you because you're not female. Let's see. And Amelia, I don't give a shit about you saying that I keep blaming women and labeling them. I stick up for men. Do you realize sometimes how men get it? A lot. Okay. This YouTube is built out of men and women. So's the world, right? I'm not one of those people that just constantly stick up for females all the time. Why would I do that? Wouldn't make me honest and truthful. I'm a man. Right? Go and find a woman. There's plenty of them that do it. They'll tend to your feelings and emotions and stuff like that and nurture your problem. Okay? Stable male possibly wouldn't really pay much attention to it. Let's see. Leo. So, I can't make up my mind to Libra. So there could be this Libra energy here that is caught between this energy where this could become a new person. There could be this Libra energy that I picked up at the beginning here that is kind of with someone, but it's like, I'm with you, but we're not really together. We're just like on and off and on and off. Like maybe, see, because I'm not even really seeing sex apart from here. But then I also kind of picked this up as a new person. I don't know. But it's like this, I can't make up my mind because one of the people that I'm possibly connected with, I feel more single than I actually do in a commitment and a relationship. I feel more single than that. So I don't really know whether I should give up on someone that I've been with for a while and go and on an adventure with someone that's new and charismatic and possibly can offer me all these things that I know is single and that I could be with if I want to, right? Because I know that they're single and I know that they are slightly independent and they can do things themselves, right? But I need to get out of that first and make a decision of whether I want to. Libras are great, right? They're very diplomatic. But you cannot force Libras because they're the ones that make the choice of what they want, of what's good for them. They will look for signs of maturity mainly. You get good Libra energy. Okay, if you know, like a Libra will let you know if they want. If you keep pursuing someone, anybody really, but Libra is a lot. If you keep pursuing them to make up their mind, you force their hand and then it looks very unattractive, right? Let's see. So it makes someone think. They notice someone, right? Not a codependent energy that is desperate for a commitment and a relationship, right? Let's see. Leo. So are you listening to me? 5 and 7. See, somebody could really be arguing to a person saying, look, you're not listening to anything I'm bloody saying. You know, I keep having a go at you and you don't listen. Can you blame anybody here? Right? Why will you not listen to me? Why will you not do what I want you to do? Because that's control. That's meaning that somebody needs to take charge of someone to tell them what to do. That is sorry, I'm not labeling women all the time, but that's a masculine's job, like a proper one, like a man's man, an actual man. That is their job in order to take lead, because that's their stature of right of being a masculine energy, is to support and provide for their kids, their children, their girlfriend, their wife, right? Is that there are certain responsibilities that I need to do to protect you in order to show leadership and stability in life, right? Let's see. Because this could be to the point of where I'm sick of listening to you here, right? Leo. Depression. 9 and 5 again. We got 5 again. They've passed 5, Sagittarius, Taurus energy. But depression, feeling down and feeling slightly low. See, when people feel down and feel low, obviously people talk about this law of attraction shit, but you'll live out of an energy of desperation, out of lack, right? When you lack certain things, it's like if you don't have any money, right? You'll constantly be worrying about not having any money. So you live out of a vibration of lack, of having to go without everything. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. I can't buy anything. But if you had £2 million or £10 million in your bank account, your life would change dramatically because you would be happy as a pig in shit, wouldn't you? Right? So it would take away a lot of the stress. So you can do that without money, but living in a life of lack, okay, puts you at a low vibration of lack, keeps you stuck. What am I lacking in life? Leo. The blame game, another 5. Now, there's a lot of these. You've got Libra energy, a fact or fiction here. Is it true or is it false? Are they cheating or not? Have they got someone else or not? Tarot reading, do not base that truth off a reading. Find out yourselves. Okay, whoever, crosswatch or alike. But somebody could have been sick to death of being blamed. I told you there was a blaming energy here, right? Blaming you, wondering why you don't want to listen to me anymore. I told you, 4s and 5s in an astrology chart, like Sag, Taurus, life path 4, life path 5, Scorpio, Aries energies, they're very difficult because they represent the most conflict, what starts arguments within the tarot. That's what starts them. Okay, the unwilling to listen, the unwilling to compromise, but the complaining and the moaning that we don't have enough money, or you're always at work. But what would the opposite be like if I didn't have any money? That was it. That's what I was going to say. If you look at a list, right, and you think, okay, you work too much, right? You're always working. Look at the other side of what it would be like if you never have a job and you don't have a job. I do, but you was constantly sponging off me all the time, right? Because you didn't have a job and you won't get up and you're lazy as shit and you don't do anything, right? How would that feel? Is it equally as bad, or is one better than the other? Working all the time and having money, and then not so much time for a commitment or relationship or feelings, or not having any money at all and not being bothered to get up and work and get it, and then sponging off you to get money, not feelings. Right? Feelings coming this way or money coming this way. It outweighs itself as the same, right? So not one thing is better than the other. So you get this energy of blame and the energy of lack. I'm still holding you accountable for the things that you did to me a while ago. I'm still holding on to that, needing to let it go, to open. If you're not open and you're blocked and you're closed, you're not open in order to talk, to reconcile, to talk like adults instead of children. So you're still holding on to it, right? Still blaming someone else for the misfortunate energy of twin flames and soulmates, of what they're actually about. Is that you cannot keep blaming one for being the one that's flawed, right? Both people are flawed, right? Well, in certain ways, you could have one that is very flawed, and they keep telling the other one that it's them. But the mirror is actually saying, look at alchemy, what's been happening, right? You've been looking into a mirror to say that it's the other person all the time, but really what you've been looking at is yourself. But because you've ignored yourself, you haven't got the lesson because you've ignored everything that may be asked of you, right? You blamed me, now I'm going to tell you that it's actually you. No, it isn't. Right? I rest my case. There's nothing I can do to help you. Right? Because you're not going to listen. You can't blame people for being the way that they are. Right? So there you go. So that's what I've got for you guys. If you wish to join the join button, Jesus Christ, that's over 40 minutes. If you wish to, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and give it to your mother, your father, your dog, your sister, and your ex-mother-in-law. Anyway, thanks very much. I really do appreciate it. If you wish to join my channel, it's only $3 or $4 in order to do so, and you get them in about 3 days in advance. And then there is 35 hours worth of teaching videos over there explaining about numerology, astrology, do's and don'ts, spiritual channeling, psychic medium, and all that sort of stuff. So if you would like that, then there's 35 hours over there as well. All links are provided below. Thanks very much, Leo, and I'll see you next time.